So I want to talk about Dueling Masters of Space-Time, which is a little board game that my family made up a long time ago. And at smcameron.github.com/Dueling Masters of Space-Time, you can find everything you need to make your own little board game, or I have a digital version, a computer version that I'm working on too. So here's a photograph of some boards that I made a long time ago. Here's some more. This is what it looks like. The site explains the rules, how you play the game. It's a two-player board game, kind of a cross between chess, battleship, Stratego, and some of its own kinds of things here. It's not too complicated. That's pretty much the whole rules right there. Also have 3D models. If you have a 3D printer, you can print out pieces to play the game, or if you prefer laser cut pieces, you can also use a laser cutter to make pieces. Here's a picture of some 3D printed pieces. I also have, if you have a 2D printer, I have these graphics that you can print out, either the big size like this, or I have them cut up into quadrants so you can print it on regular 8.5 by 11 inch paper, cut it out and paste it on some cardboard, and off you go. And you'll notice they're all black, so that's going to use a lot of ink. So I also have some mostly white versions in case you don't want to spend your precious computer ink on a silly little game like this. But I also want to talk about the digital version. So here is a computerized version of it. It doesn't really do anything that the physical board doesn't do. So there's not really anything in it, or not very much in it. It doesn't automatically make you take turns. It's pretty much just like the board, a digital version of the physical board. So you can play it over Skype or IRC or Google Hangouts or something like that. It does have some things, like for example, if you're setting up the game, and in this case I'm playing as blue, and I can set the pieces up, and it will tell me, for example, oh, I can only use this half of the board initially. So I take my pieces and I can set them up however I want on my side of the board. And I'm just going to sort of randomly click around here. And then once the game starts playing, then when you click on a piece, it will sort of highlight the areas that you can move. And as you move, it will leave a trail showing where you move from, which is kind of important in this game, because in this game you don't tell your opponent where you move your pieces to. You tell your opponent where you move your pieces from. So in this particular case, I have this Y2 piece that I move here from H5. So you would say, I'm moving my Y2 fighter from H5, and then it would be your other player's turn. W player here is the strongest piece. It moves like a knight, so you can see here that here are the green areas that you can move it to. Moves like a knight. Z1 moves like a queen. This is your home planet. It doesn't move at all. Asteroid also doesn't move at all. So that's a quick little overview of the different ways that you can play this game. Either 3D printed pieces, laser cut pieces. Also have you can cut out. I have things you can print out on a regular printer and then like paste onto like coins, like pennies or nickels or something, and play it that way. So again, that site is, if you're into this kind of thing, the site is smcameron.github.com/Dueling Masters of Space-Time. It's a cool little board game, so check it out.